Hey, it's Kevin at Normal Guy Reacts. I got a little bit of time today to record a quick video. I've been asked to react to Opeth, if I'm going to a studio song. So that's what I'm going to do today. So no live stuff today. One of the things that keeps getting recommended to me is Reverie and Harlequin Forest. So we're going to do the studio version of that today. Have not heard the song. In fact, I heard the first 5 seconds on accident, but that's it. So going in cold. Let's see. I think we're all queued up here. Yep. Got a little effects going in OBS now, trying to figure my way through all this. All right, let's see if we can get this going. Here we go. Harlequin Forest, or Reverie, Harlequin Forest. Here we go.
Into the street, past meadow grounds, and further away from my home, baying behind me, I hear the
Just a real quick note on production. So very clean. It's a little bit higher. The highs are higher than I thought they would be. I was expecting maybe a little bit more sludgy. Production's actually really clean. So something that I appreciate right out the gate is just good clean production.
flocks chasing to find me alone.
So really cool. Sorry, I need to stop there at the end of the guitar solo. But again, very melodic guitar solo sets the tone for, I guess I'm what assuming is further upcoming melodies. But again, kind of that ominous tone that I've come to recognize, or ominous kind of melody that I've come to recognize in other Opeth songs. Another thing I really appreciate is they don't mind repeating a melody. They don't mind establishing a melody. They don't mind, a couple times now I've noticed that where I expect, okay, that's going to be one part or one bar is going to go, and they're not going to repeat. They do it again, and I think that while it serves the purpose of creating long songs, it also serves the purpose of rooting somebody in the melody of the song early. Okay. So I've got it. I've got that melody in my head now. I'm gonna back up to that transition there for a second. So what I'm getting so far is, again, it's kind of straightforward, almost power chords, great melody established, but like a riff, not even a riff, but like a chord progression that you could get behind right out of the gate, where it's like kind of that driving feeling, but also kind of that classic hard, I don't know how else to put it, a classic hard rock progression.
All my matters expire, so
So this is the first time I'm hearing the growl vocals outside of a live performance where they're a little bit obscured by, you know, the mix or whatever. And you know, it's not all that different really. I mean, he sounds great. And it's very fitting. I'm gonna back up. Sorry, I missed this how this was established. Oh, cool.
You are the laughing stock of the absent mind. Confession stuck in your mouth like a beaver's lip.
Okay, so that's something I haven't really heard yet, which the live versions of the growls are usually very low and guttural. This is a little bit more like in the higher, you know, with the more in the front of the mouth. So that's cool. I haven't heard that yet, and it's kind of terrifying. Back up. Okay, so I mean, I'm gaining again seeing the pattern here of establishing the melody, kind of having a riff introduced, and then kind of this breakdown section where it opens. It seems like it's always like this portal to whatever comes next, whatever it's a portal to more possibility of where the song's going to go. So excited to see.
Nocturnally helpless, weak in the light, depending on a prayer, pacing deserted roads to find a seed of home.
I love that keys. Those keys are so killer. Again, I think I mentioned in a previous video, but it reminds me of kind of that sonar. It's like a sonar ping. That whatever that noise is. It's just it's so haunting. All right, here comes some more comparison time. So if you watched my other videos, you know that I like to call out what occurs to me as a comparison to another group. I already mentioned that there was I was getting some Allison in Chains from them, and I think it was I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Sorceress. Yeah, it was Sorceress. And I'm getting it again here, just in the instrumentation, especially like some of the stuff from like Jars of Clay, where it's a little bit more acoustic sounding. There's and a lot of acoustic guitars, nylon string stuff going on here. All that sort of mix of instrumentation, but played with purpose and intention, reminds me a lot of that era of Alice in Chains. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Yeah. That's such a mood too. Like that, the nylon string scraping mixed with, you know, like a really solid 4/4 beat. Just it's such a cool sound.
Roots are sunken, leaving from my source.
It's like if Alice in Chains and Pink Floyd got together and said, let's create a really awesome bridge section. I love the bass runs going on in the background there too. I'm gonna back that up. Sounds tremendous. When that just got to the full pan there with the vocals and the guitars, man, that sounded really good in the headphones. So I'm starting to understand the push for the studio experience. That was a cool fill. I'm gonna go back on that. Cool drum fill.
night comes asunder. Useless record we made, still by a smoldering
Another thing I can't help but think about when I'm listening to these guys is that, especially when they get to these longer, sections or these parts that move from kind of one motif to the next, or from one riff to the next, it's you can't help but feel like it's cinematic. Like I'm looking at the scenes as they move through them, and it feels like a story is being told through the music and through the way that it moves. It's really, really cool. Like you can't help but feel like you're seeing imagery throughout that experience. And it's I don't know what the lyrics are saying. I don't know what's being said or what's being told, but it feels like a story, and it feels like I'm being taken along for the ride.
still by a smoldering
Jesus. What an absolutely filthy riff, and I'm going to attempt to count that one off, but it's just so effective. That's the other thing that's cool. It's like when these guys do odd time signature type stuff and riffs that feel like they're almost asynchronous, even though they're very syncopated. It serves a purpose. Like it's this. They get this marching feeling here that you're going toward something you don't want to go toward. Well, what a cool way to end. Wow, that was a trip. So again, this one was brooding and foreboding all the way through, but had a lot of the awesome riffs that I've come to really appreciate from Opeth, which is just like very intentional, very solid, very not aggressive isn't the right word. I mean, it's these are aggressive riffs, but it's not like it's just blasting your face off just for the sake of it. It all serves to tell a story musically. And to me, that's what makes this interesting. It's not like, all right, well, these guys just shred ... but I've lost interest. My interest is always being held because of that forward movement, because of that forward progress, those returning motifs and riffs. And man, it's been a lot of fun to listen to these guys. I can't wait to listen to that again, maybe on headphones in the dark, very loudly. That sounds like a good way to listen to that, because it's a whole feeling that I think is probably it's probably experienced a little bit different in a dark room. So thanks again for the recommendations. Thanks everyone for the comments you've been leaving. You're sending me in a million different ways. I hope to be able to get to all of them soon. I'm still trying to figure out this move. I'm moving my house, so but I'm gonna keep trying to do these as often as I can, and one day I'll do something other than Opeth. But for now, I'm still having too much fun. So thanks again. Take care.